Hey, it's Wednesday. Time for another Action Figure Adventures video here on SEO Tour Review. Today, Baby Skeletor and I are taking a look at two figures from the G.I. Joe Collectors Club subscription service. We've got Darklon, the Iron Grenadier Courier, and Salvo, the Anti-Armor Trooper. Both figures are updates of classic action figures using modern parts that give you increased articulation. Baby Skeletor, you ready to get these figures out of the package? Okay. Here we have the two figures out of the package. We're going to start with Darklon. Darklon is one of the coolest G.I. Joe figures with the worst paint schemes. What is with the green shirt and red pants that both have tiger stripes on them, and the orange boots? I mean, come on! Darklon was Destro's cousin, which is why he wears a mask. He had his own castle in the comic books, but he wears the Zartan family shoulder pads for some reason. I don't know why. This figure is a pretty good representation of him. They're using a lot of Iron Grenadier Destro parts to kind of make him work. And I think it looks pretty good. He's got that classic helmet. They did a great job of kind of recreating that. He's got his little shoulder piece here and the straps, those goofy tiger striped pants, and those ridiculous orange boots. Darklon comes with the same gun his vintage figure came with. The original Darklon was a vehicle driver, so he only came with one gun, which is actually pretty good. Not every vehicle driver even comes with a weapon. His vehicle was the Evader, and it was a small motorcycle pod type of thing. It's hard to describe like many of the Iron Grenadier vehicles, but it was pretty cool. New to this figure is a Mars briefcase. It actually opens up and has a small pistol inside. He has a pistol holstered on his hip there, and he also includes a holster with a removable sword that we've seen come with Destro and some of the other Iron Grenadier figures. Which is a cool update, you know, to kind of flesh out this figure and make him a little bit more interesting. In the comics, Darklon was good at stirring the pot and causing trouble between Destro and Cobra, and he was involved in the Cobra Civil War. Pretty good update. I like this figure. Next up, we've got Salvo. This figure from the vintage line was amazing. He was big, strong, and came with crazy accessories. This version, while the figure looks pretty much just like that vintage one, the accessories are kind of a letdown. He's got his green pants with some gold straps on them. They were originally ammo belts. This time they're just sort of like pouch straps. He's got his t-shirt on that says The Right of Might, which I always thought was a little funny for a G.I. Joe character. They're not quite the... Don't they look out for the little guy? Maybe not. He's got his helmet there that is removable, just like the vintage figure, although this one is kind of tricky to get off. It was not sculpted for the head they have underneath there, and makes for a tight fit. The original figure came with a giant missile launcher that sat on his shoulder that held 5 missiles, a la Commando, the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Thought it was so cool as a kid. This guy comes with a big, boxy, spring-loaded missile launcher. It's okay, but it's not as cool as the original. Doo! We'll chuck that off to the side. He does have a pistol on his hip there, and he comes with his original briefcase. Never understood why he came with a briefcase. Don't know what that was for. Was there a computer in there for triangulating anti-aircraft missile things or radar to track aircraft he was supposed to shoot down? Never understood it. The original figure also came with a giant, goofy gun that shot landmines. It was goofy, but it was still kind of cool because him carrying that thing and the giant missile launcher was just insane. Let's try and pull this helmet off so you can take a look. This is a reuse of Sci-Fi's helmet with these update figures. I tried taking this off earlier and all I did was pop his head off. So let's see if we can get it off. Salvo is a bald guy. So it's not super interesting when I do get it off. Come on. There we go, Salvo. Mean looking guy. I do like that he's got the fingerless gloves just like the original figure there too. Salvo was a figure I really enjoyed as a kid. He didn't really fit, he was different than Bazooka. He had sort of a repeated role with being like a missile launcher guy, but he felt very new and very different. I had a couple friends that had the figure. I actually, weird story, as a kid, before I owned him, remember visiting my cousin at her shore house, and out for the trash at the neighbor's house was the card back to Salvo, and I was really tempted to trash pick it because I wanted his file card. Even though I didn't have the figure yet, I was obsessed with the file cards as a kid. because it was the only way you could really learn about characters that weren't in the comics. I think he's a good figure. I wish the accessories were more like the vintage one, but okay. I got both of these figures as part of the G.I. Joe Collectors Club figure subscription service. If I wasn't a subscriber, I probably would have only bought Salvo, but then I would have been kind of disappointed because I think Darklon's the better figure of the two. Thanks for watching this Action Figure Adventures video. Do Baby Skeletor a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. Check out some of our other videos, and make sure you leave a comment down below.